we all learn, right?
Yes, we do.
Especially when we jump from one thing to the next and we don't give
Yeah.
ourselves time to segue.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like how our hair looks the same today. Just back. Cute.
Okay, hold on one second.
Yeah.
So I'm over on Facebook looking to see if we've gone live over there. Oh, yes, I guess we are live there. Yay. Perfect.
All right.
Okay. All right. I'm very happy. How are you doing today, Miss Sarah?
I'm doing good. Now I'm doing good.
Yeah.
I've had quite a morning, but now it's getting sorted out. So I feel more in control, I guess, of my life.
I feel like I'm over the hump now. It peaked. I'm going this way now.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm just
Right?
like, it's been a morning. It's
whatever the
well, it was car stuff. It was just a lot of stuff I wasn't expecting, and I'm like, oh my god. So it's behind me now, so it's fine.
Oh, good. Okay, so we have Miss Sammy. Sammy's watching. It says, "Hey, ladies."
Hi, Sammy. We're just gonna do polls, like we're just gonna read back and forth, Sammy. You want to go first? You go first. You start off.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. So a lot of thoughts. It's situational, though. I want you to understand that. Situational is just telling you that you have a lot to choose from. How you view what you're experiencing is very important, and how you describe it to you creates a vibration, because it generates a feeling and a thought, and that's going to create a frequency that's going to pull it together and promote like your focus and your vibe. When you do that, it highlights other people. That becomes your attraction point. Okay. I'm also noticing that like your hands feel tied, like there's nothing that you can do, and whatever the situation is. And that's actually you standing with all of your thoughts behind you, with one in front of you off to the side, but it's an actionable thought is what's coming in. So in this, you're looking for inspiration, whatever it is. You're looking for an inspired action to take you into a different energy. And what I would suggest is doing something different than what you normally do to change a mood or a thought. Something different. The skills that you're using right now, while great, are not satisfying. And I would suggest, because you're doing like a lot to be able to change the aspects in the head, right? And maybe because it does feel very powerful, right? So as it feels very powerful, it is this energy that you're gathering, and it'll get momentum and come into a physical aspect depending on how you're leaning. So the one part of the thought that you say, yeah, that could happen, that's when you add a feeling to it, okay? And it becomes a frequency of attraction in your field. So think good things. Think things that are going to be beneficial to you. It's very important. And it was the 8 of Swords is what it was. 8 of Swords. Okay? All right. And I'll leave you with that. And if you want, you could read for her as well, because like there's nobody else on the, I guess I'm not going to see the comment. Yeah, I am. I'm going to see the comments right here. If you're on Body Studios or YouTube Studio. And if you'd like a reading, go ahead and put your name. Okay. You're welcome, Miss Sammy. You're welcome. It's a choice. You're making a choice. That's what it is. And the choice is righteous. Whatever the choice is, you're in alignment. You're in divine timing, divine order. It's divinely guided. You're looking for inspiration to move forward. And it's an action that's going to take in order for you to open up. If anybody would like to go ahead and put their comment down, say hi. We'll go ahead and we'll get you guys a card pull. All right.
You have such good advice, Lucinda. I love it.
Well, we all have great advice, right? And what happens is that we start to allow ourselves to trust ourselves. And that's what we're learning right now. We're learning how to trust ourselves and to be enough in the circumstances that we've placed ourselves. We ask for a lot, right? We ask for so much. And because we ask for so much, it becomes recognizable, right? That we're asking for something different than what it is that we want. And we don't realize that that's going to take change in our behavior, change in our actions. It's going to require change because you're asking for change.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. Well, anybody else want to go ahead and have a question, have a desire? If not, we're good. I know there's other people viewing, and I'm flipping back and forth to Facebook because I went ahead and streamed it to my personal page as well. I could probably go on my phone. Hold on. Let me see this. Let me see if I could do this. All right. I'll go into Facebook on my phone and see if I could share out groups. I think that's the only way you're allowed to now. Ooh, oh, okay. So somebody already shared it. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate you. So somebody already shared it. Thank you for sharing. Huh. How interesting.
What happened?
Nothing. They just changed a lot of things for being able to share out information on Facebook and Instagram. So they have like a new criteria. So I found that out today. I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess that's all changed. So that was kind of fun. And choosing a social media when they're trying to capture as many different ways to sell you the space, right? Is just like, oh, okay. Well, I guess that's not going to be okay anymore. So we're just there. No big deal. How about if we do a collective read together for this upcoming week? Would you like to do that?
Let's do it.
Okay, go right ahead. You first.
I'm going to do a collective reading for everybody.
Pardon me.
Oh my God. Weird. So as you were doing what you were doing right now, I because of my day today, I decided to do a poll for myself.
Okay.
And then I saw it. I did 2 cards for me, and then I shuffled it back in, and then I did a whole nother shuffle like round, and I pulled the same freaking card.
Yay.
Yeah, so I guess we all need to hear it. I got the 10 of Swords. So, well, I know in my situation, that's very positive to me, actually, because it doesn't look like it, but he's laying on the floor with swords in his back. But it's also a 10, so it's incompleted. It's a completion card. And I feel like that guy today, but, you know, everything's looking up now because, you know, you can't fall off the floor. So... yeah, you know, there's no blood, there's no issues. Like he's stabbed in the back, but I actually felt that way today slightly. But there's also a little bit of yellow out in the distance. You sometimes we feel like the dark cloud is so heavy, it's taking over most of us, right? And this is more blackness than any other color for the most part. And that's how we feel. But if you look at the card and you see that little bit of yellow right here, that's like the light at the end of the tunnel. There's that sunset. There's the motivation to progress forward, and knowing that there is an ending, which comes a new beginning. And that's how I'm starting to feel. And when I pulled this card, I was like, oh, okay, I'm on the end of, or I'm on the other side of the seeming issue that I was having earlier today, which had nothing really to do with me, but it felt like it was like geared towards me. And I know it's not, but I'm getting up out of it. And I feel like we all need to understand and realize that, because when stuff happens, it seems like it's always happening to us, and we get very maybe we just, it feels like, yeah, everything just gets put on you, and you're like, you get pushed back into a corner, and you feel like you're stuck, or you feel like there's no way out. You feel tied, you feel, but really it's such a short period of time that that when you clear yourself, clear your mind, and be able to realize that this is just how you handle things will help progress things forward, so you can get to that light a lot sooner. So I'm learning how not to be reactive. I'm seeing the different ways of how this is helping me later, and I'm becoming more aware of like, okay, now I need to look into this and look into that, so I'm more thorough with stuff, so then I'm saving myself heartache for later, right? Some issues for later. So I'm learning. So that's the whole card. I feel like it's a learning card, right? We learn, we get so caught up in the darkness of it, but really there's something to learn from it, and then we're able to see that light to progress and move forward out of it. So that's taking the knight or the swords. It's like pushing you into the ground. You feel like there's nowhere else you can go, but really there's you will get out of it. You're at the end. You're now at a completed cycle. So now you're ready to start over. So we're starting over. I feel like it's like a new fresh start. So let's learn from our mistake. Not mistakes, but learn from what we're in, right? It doesn't have to be a mistake, but just learn with why is this happening? How could I be better? How could this be better? How can I make this progress forward? Like, what can I do to help this, instead of being so woe is me and like, because nothing gets done that way, right? Nothing gets done that way. So it's just a good lesson for all of us to know. So I think we're all kind of at that completed state. We're realizing all the things that are going on, but it's how we move forward from them, so we can grow from it, right? So
100%.
Yeah.
Our next choices matter.
Yes. Right.
Okay, my general read is a little bit longer, and then we do have somebody that said magic with moonlight. Hi, folks.
Hello.
So magic with moonlight is still present. You're more than welcome to have a card pull from Miss Sarah. It's her turn. All right. And so then I'll do the general read after.
Okay. We're doing a general, right? No questions?
No questions, just general for right now.
General. I like the name Magic with Moonlight. It's beautiful. All right. All right, so we have the Page of Pentacles. So this card, I'm feeling with this card, and it kind of goes slightly kind of close to the other one, the Ten of Swords, only because I was talking about new beginnings, new fresh starts, like you're able to pull yourself out of something and continue forward. This one's kind of similar. This one has a lot of yellow though, so this is I see it as very positive and very high vibe, and just a lot of good energy. It's a new chapter, a new start of a and honestly, with the energy that I'm feeling with this one, I'm seeing that you could possibly are looking towards a new endeavor, or a new like you're looking out to a possible new thing that you're wanting to do. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm feeling. I'm seeing like venturing out or not if you're like, I think I want to do this. I'm not sure if I want to do this. I'm feeling like it's positive. It's very, like you're beginning a new journey, and you're kind of starting fresh, starting new, beginning a new just a new chapter. So I think I don't know, I'm feeling like it's very positive in your life right now, that you need to kind of have that motivation to progress forward and know that these steps that you're taking are the right steps in the direction of where you want to be. So that's kind of what I'm feeling with this card.
That's great. You got a confirmation that they are starting something new.
Oh, are they? Okay.
And that they are progressing. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, good. Okay. Well, so yay. Thank you.
All right. Yay. All right.
Lucinda's turn for the general or the.
Yeah, I'm just going to do a general read right now.
Okay. Yep.
So my intention was to pull 3 cards. However, when I pulled the second card, a bunch came out, and there's a reason for it. So I'm just going to read it the way it came out. So the first card is about finances and how we view what matters emotionally to us as how we purchase, right? How we purchase is emotional for us. So our emotions right now are not necessarily in harmony or balance. They're asking for balance. That's just kind of like where we're at right now. And I would say the individual said, thank you. You were spot on.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So with this, what you're looking for is material balance, material and emotional balance. That's what this card represents. It's situational. You might be stuck in duality to where like you're going from one end of the extreme spectrum to the other. And when you recognize that you're in that particular loop, okay, there are ways for you to get out of it. And right now, as a collective, what we're experiencing is the moon. This is the collective card that we're in right now spiritually. You could see the water here. You could see the rays of the sun coming down and just bathing the land between the pillars, right? The pillars that are waiting for balance to happen. And you see the pathway goes through there. And Scorpio is very present. So Scorpio is like going to represent Pluto. This is the deep energy of Aquarius that's coming in the full moon. So this particular energy is what we're going through right now. Very representational. This sun, because it is a combination of a moon sun, it's always about illumination of the darkness. It's about illumination of the darkness. It isn't about just turning into love and light. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Okay, bullshit. So this is where we're getting into the muck, and we're learning that like some of the things that we think and believe cause our actions to be not so great. We're going through that shit right now. We're going through it very deeply, and Chiron is leading the pack. All right, Chiron dipped back into Aries so that way it could just shake its head and hair free and say, woo, what do we got going on here, bitches? And that's kind of where it's at. All right. So we have Saturn in Aries retrograde, Neptune in Aries retrograde, Chiron in Aries retrograde, and our node is in Aries right now. So as it goes back and forth, we're going to experience that duality. That duality is going to show up in us learning how to budget our time as money. All right. Learning how to let our focus, right, move into communal spaces rather than only me spaces. So the more service that you can be to others, the more service you'll receive from others, things like that. It is about reciprocity. That's what this particular moon and release is about. It's about reciprocity, learning how to include others in your oneness experience. In that, we've experienced like there's some energy coming in. It is from the material plane. It's also from the spiritual plane, right? And that is going to be these 2 nights, right? Okay. So you have Hermes right here because that's how the flight wings look on Hermes right there. Okay. And this is about love coming in and employing. This is water and earth, and those are the yin energies of the astrological wheel. So because they're the divine feminine, it's going to be movement, it's going to be connection, it's going to be material focus. What do you find important? All right. And because this is reliant on what energies we want to show up in, this is necessary. And know that the energies that we're in right now are not matured. They're not matured as yet. We have to go through this understanding of healing so that way we can get to where it is that we would like to be. That's going to go ahead and pull us into this sort of aspect, okay? And this is the 4 of coins and the 6 of water, or the 6 of, swords, all right? You can see that they're moving into smoother waters and they're starting to mind their finances, or basically how they spend their life. Because that's what your finances represent, is how you spend your life, okay? So how you spend your life, you're moving into better position right now, especially with this Aquarian full moon coming in. In that, all the actions that you've taken today, you're done. All right, you're done. You're at the culmination of it. She had the 10 of swords. All your thoughts are done. All your actions are done. You're at the end of how you think things work. All right. And then within the spiritual lesson of the moon, the darkness of our subconscious, how we're clearing it out, looking at it, and moving it, all right, comes the beautiful Empress. So the divine feminine, once again, very prevalent in this reading. So dipping into your spirituality, finding out what's important. She represents Venus, represents air and earth. So you're really being called to action, right? You're being called to action and justice, right? What do you consider just, fair, in balance, in harmony? And then you're being actioned, you're being asked to action what you feel that is. And that is the dark night of the souls that everybody's in right now, if you want to call it that. And I think it's really just an illumination process of us finding out that we're not by ourselves, and it's only not about us. I think it's about all of us, and I think we're finding that out. That is what is going to take us into this next evolution of prosperity. And prosperity looks like tangible aspects. So we're choosing, we're selecting right now, we're pre-paving and making a foundation as to what that is going to look like. So we're heavily motivated, we're ready to do this stuff, and we have all the tools within us to be able to pursue that which is not as yet. And that's what I have for the collective.
Love it.
And then you want to pull one more card?
You want me to pull? No, you pull, because you're on the...
Okay, I'll do one and then you do one, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so Noah, and then may I please be included? Yes, absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and I'll shuffle my cards real fast, and then Cyan, all right? Will be the next. Okay, so right now we're doing Noah. Ooh, okay. All right. So when we're reading before, okay, so you have some energy to shift that you're in right now. You're in a perception. The perception is driving your experience. And it would be okay for you to let go of that perception, story, narrative, monologue that you're living. How you can do it is by stepping back from what you think is only happening. Just like back up, give it a broader picture, right? I'm feeling that like wherever it is that you're focused is maybe not in the best possible case scenario for yourself. So include a little bit more joy and appreciation in the doom scrolling, and that might help. Also, this is about feeling poverty, okay? Feeling poverty spiritually. And so in this burnout of the way that we think that things go and how they work, right? We are all in that spiritual, magnetic, polarizing lesson of the planets pulling and pushing in our elliptical orbit in our solar system. In that, there's behaviors that happen. So these behaviors are very natural. And right now, there is a dying to self, the dying to the external world. And what I would invite you to do with this particular card is to go internal and find out what you really want. Where's your faith? What is your faith? Right? What do you believe in? Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in others? Do you believe that we can make it? Things like that. And I would journal into what it is that I'm feeling, what it is that it is. I would journal that out, and then I'd see and feel how I am about it. And then if it's something I don't want to keep, I would release it, possibly by burning it or tearing it up or burying it, something like that, that gives me that sense of finality that I can let go of it, right? Then I would go ahead and I would sit still. I would sit still, not try to bring anything else in, because this isn't the time. It's not the time to bring anything else in. It's the time to go in, go internal. And that's what this card is all about. This right here is a pinnacle of where you're headed. You're headed inside from here. All right. So it might feel as though internally you're spiritually bankrupt, slightly, well, no, spiritually bankrupt. And that just means that the beliefs that you have right now are limiting. That's all it means. And in that situation, you could change the narrative and give yourself a little bit like a pat on the back. I'm doing really well. Look at me showing the fuck up every day for my life. Things like that. And that, I think, would probably help you out. Thank you. It's situational. You're moving out of it right now. Can you feel the energy shifting? So you're moving out of it already. Okay.
That's great. Right.
And here is our last individual. This would be Cyan.
Hi, Cyan. It's next to me professionally. All right. I already know what the answer is, by the way. Let's see what I get. I was right. Okay. So what's next for, well, your question was what was next for you professionally? You know what in your heart is actually your passion. You know what it is that you love so much, or what you're interested in and curious about, possibly. The problem is that you can be so worried about and getting so much in your head about pursuing it because you're afraid it could, I don't know, it could either be maybe you're worried what people think, or you're worried about money and maybe like you're not going to be able to make it. It could be many things, but a lot of it has to do with you going forward and trusting that you are divinely guided and you are going to be able to do what you truly have in your heart and your passion, because that is that is meant for you. So the doors will open and things are going to come for you, and you have to trust that that is going to happen. So okay. I have the 9 of Swords. So you're in your head a lot. You're thinking a lot. You're concerned a lot. You're worried. You're like basically stressed so much about, can I do this? Should I do this? Am I going to be okay? And when you're following your highest happiness and light and joy, you're going to start noticing people are going to come into your life that are going to help guide or help open those doors for you. You're going to notice that things are going to start flowing with more ease, and not only just doors opening, but like the right people are going to come in, and this opportunity is going to open up, and it's going to be little bits here and there. But when you follow them and you trust that that's divine guidance, and it's going to be leading you towards that, like, oh wow, what a coincidence, what do you know, that person had information for me that was kind of in that field, or whatever it is you want to do. Go to it. Don't be afraid of it. Go into the into that door that's been opened, because then that door is going to lead to the next one. And you said, what would you say is next? Well, that would be what would be next. It would be to follow your highest joy and your highest passion. So that's what would be next. And there might be a block somewhere where you're afraid, to do that because you're worried again, like what people would think, or is it going to give you the money that you want? But trusting that is, where you need to be right now. Just go to that thing that opened its door for you. Go and go there. And then it's going to lead you to the next thing. And then that will eventually lead you into your ultimate end game, basically, of your career, of what you want to do. So you have to push through it and trust that you are divinely guided. So I don't have like, this is the career path for you. I'm not going to be able to tell you that. That's only something that you're going to be able to do for you. But it's following your highest joy. That's going to give you your answers. So that's what I have. And trusting that.
So follow your passion is what should be next in your opinion. Okay, well, that sounds like an oversimplification. And I know that this is a draw, but that's all right. So here's the thing, right? This is a momentary read, and what's next for you is definitely going to be decided by you. So if you're tapping into something that feels passionate, what that's going to do is it's going to bring more of that vibration toward you, more opportunity in that vibration toward you, while highlighting your field because that's your focus. So whatever your focus is right now, you're a little scattered.
Yeah.
Reason you're a little scattered is because it feels like you're wanting to end something. Whatever it is that you're wanting to end, all right? It could be mental notations. It could be a relationship. It could be going to the same store. But there's something that you're coming to a finality about. In that finality, you're deciding what is your next move, all right? You are the one who possesses that information because it's your choice. So when you ask what's next, there is possibility lined up all over the place, like a shit ton. So depending, all right, exactly, it applies to anyone. So really, if you want to dial in something, okay, you could book a private reading, which is good. But for you, what I'm saying is with that nine of swords, the nine of swords means for me that it is metal, spirit, air. And in that, that's mind, body, spirit in balance. So somewhere, either how you feel physically, mentally, emotionally, you're off. You're not in harmony with each part, each of the trifecta. In that, what's next for you that I would suggest is some very basic get back into your body embodiment rituals, somatic practices and exercises, because that's where you're going to find the information that you're asking about is internally. Now, if you have resistance, the resistance that Sarah and I are feeling in this aspect, okay, that resistance is the block, okay? It's not a block. It's resistance to change, and that's okay. It's all right. You just got to give yourself permission to be resistant. It's telling you that at some time in the past, this particular change that is coming has a vibrational offering that's similar to another change that happened in the past. Now you're being invited to visit that change, all right? The one in the past. You may not recognize that, especially if it feels like, ooh, I'm going to get fucked if I go this way. All right. And that's how this is feeling. Okay. So definitely not that way. Don't do that. Okay. Don't do that. What you do is you back up, you back up, you back up, you give yourself more spaciousness, the perception of spaciousness, because it's always going to be more. It's always going to be more. It's always going to be more. All right. And no, a private reading isn't the solution. You're the solution. And that's what I'm telling you. You're the solution.
And okay? I also want to say too, with tarot is not going to, it's not a crystal ball. It's not going to tell you like, oh, you're going to be this when you grow up. Like, that a lot of people have a misconception on that. And we're not going to tell you what you need to, oh, your path is this. That's not what it is. It's going to seem like
chosen internally by you, and it's probably
by your energy.
Yeah, and it's probably
We're
something.
reading your energy. It could apply to all of these, apply to everybody. So you're absolutely right. It applies to everybody. So it's just, what is your energy right now? Where are you in this moment right now? And we're trying to help you see it in a different viewpoint, because when we're in something, it's hard to see it from an outside view. This is not a crystal ball. We're not going to tell you, the name of your next love, or whatever.
Well, not today.
Yeah.
Not today. And then
Yeah.
here's the thing, okay? It's energetic, right? So because it's energetic, it's what surrounds you. And right now you're probably really, really hot. And the reason I know that is because I'm like sharing an energetic understanding with you. This energetic understanding lets me know that you're overwhelmed with energy. This overwhelming experience of energy, for me, I can create a construct and I say, oh, that's spirit. Now I can open up a gate, right? And I can say, all spirit energy in need of transition, go to the light, go to the light, go to the light. And I imagine, pretend, let go, see, perceive. Oh, there, see? Here we go. All right. Right. And I'm going to feel ease in my experience, okay? There, see? And that's a perception, okay? So relax. We're all one, and we get information from other people, then we make our own decision every single time. It doesn't matter how coerced you feel, whatever you feel somebody else is thinking, it does not ever matter, not once. You can give yourself that reasoning. However, at the moment of choice, it's just you and choice. That's it. That's all it ever is. So giving yourself the benefit of doubt, allowing yourself to be the authority in your life, giving yourself permission to make choices, giving yourself an abundance of possibility and ideation, so that way you don't get stuck in those only, always, never loops, helps. And that's how you read. You're reading. Everybody reads all fucking day long. When you come, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull a card according to your experience. Your experience right now is generating this necessity of teaching. Okay. It's not a bad thing, because now people will go back and watch this, and that lovely aspect will be provided to the next individual. It makes it worthwhile. Okay. It makes it worthwhile. So thank you very much for helping us out. If I'll give you something that will help. Okay. If you're feeling untethered, all right, or if you're not sure like what your passion is, what your purpose is, there's this thing called an ikigai. All right. I don't know if this will end up on all of the feeds, but here's how you spell it. Okay. So ikigai. And what you want to do is you want to look at an ikigai chart, and it has like 4 circles that intersect one another. All right. And in the center, it gives you your purpose. Okay. And when you find your purpose, it feels centering, and your purpose changes. So everybody might think that, oh, I have one purpose. Well, your one purpose is to show the fuck up every day. That's your purpose. However, we develop purposes through resilience. When we're forced to be resilient, we're asking for something other than what we're being made to do. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to find our passion, our purpose, and find out what it is that we really want to do, want to provide to others, because it is very communal. This energy that we're in is extremely communal. So when we come together and we're pulling tarot cards, we're shifting energy. We're literally shifting it into the direction of your ask. Today, we didn't take any questions. All we did was read the energy and the cards. Still going to shift every single person who receives an energetic reading, because that's how it's going to work. We come into countenance, in oneness. In that oneness, we become one vibration. That one vibration makes a lot of fucking decisions, which are frequencies. And then we scatter again and go into other consciousness connections, and we spread the word. And that's what we do. All right. You are a master of your life. All right? There, that's your private reading. You don't need one. You're solid. See, you're all seated now. See, you have an actionable step. Now you know you're in charge. Feels better, right? Instead of being like a flag in the wind. Fuck that shit. I always laugh at how spiritual I'm not. Anyway. All the channels letting go of me now. I hope that you guys have a great day. Thank you very much. Many blessings. All right. Bye.